But I'm not trying to act surprised every time I get into a car where there isn't a check engine light on. I like to answer questions and comments that I get on YouTube, so let's get to it. Sean, this sounds radical. I wonder what the D'Angelico sounds like plugged into this beauty. Would like to hear harmonics plucked at it as well. Also, I'm jealous of your hair, damn it, balding sucks. Yeah, so if you missed it, I posted a short that was sponsored by Sweetwater and Red Panda, just playing some crazy delay stuff. And I gotta say, like, recently, I've been kind of like over a lot of like the effects pedals and stuff. But I was talking to Sweetwater, again, they're like my biggest supporter and like sponsor and everything. So if you ever get anything, get it from Sweetwater through my affiliate link because it really helps me out. But I was talking to them and they're like, hey, I think you'd really like this delay pedal. I'm like, okay, cool, like delay pedal, whatever. I've heard of Red Panda, but I've never used one of their pedals before. So this thing has totally changed my life, actually. I'm gonna do a proper demo of this later in this video where I kind of have like the pedal on screen and stuff, but I just want to talk about this for a second and why this has really completely changed my mind on just gear and stuff in general. Because I'm a bit of a purist, like I really just like plug it in to an amp, maybe have a compressor, maybe reverb, and then drive for some stuff, but that's really kind of it. This pedal is a stereo delay, but it's stupid to call it a stereo delay because it really is just like a huge source of inspiration, the amount of things it can do. I didn't even know that delay pedals can do this. Basically, it's modulated delay. In fact, just listen to this, right? Listen to this A major chord. And I'm curious if you know what it's doing here because it took me a second to really figure this out. But it's actually playing a fifth of what I'm putting in and putting it below the chord. So let's say I'm playing a D note. Just the delays are gonna be DA. See, I can like bypass it and then just kind of play it like that. Right now I have it going out, it's a stereo pedal too. D, A, 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 D, A, 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 or hit it in. How cool is that? You can actually do the whole thing. Here's an A major chord, and then it'll be an E major chord, which is like so cool, right? And then you actually have a blend option, so you can just hear the blended part. So I'm playing an A, but I'm hearing an E. Play a C, play a G, here below, and it's like it's super cool. I'm obsessed with this pedal. So. And then there's also the whole pitch bending type thing. So one thing that's really cool about this is it's like stereo in and out, but without having to use two cables each. In fact, what's really cool is like you can get these little breakout cables, so you just use a regular stereo cable in, and then if you are connecting it, like right now I have this going into my MBox Studio, and you're hearing like a left and right thing because I have TRS to 2 mono cables. So this is a stereo delay, which is really cool. But again, it's not just a delay pedal, which is what I'm really having a lot of fun with as far as like reamping and stuff. Like I said, there's an acoustic thing coming in just a second. But if I can turn the actual delay off, right? And then I'm gonna turn the pitch all the way down. So now you're hearing it just as an octave pedal. I can take the blend and all the way up so I'm not hearing the original thing. And again, it's just an octave, right? And then I can change what I want to hear. I can go higher. So if you take the delay part out of it, you can just get a straight up octave pedal, which is really cool. Again, you can take the whole pitch thing off, and do the pitch thing off, and then just use it as a delay pedal. And kind of change the time. Insane part is when you actually get into the modulation. So it also has like built-in waveform modulators, which that's where it just gets really crazy. I'm just gonna The spirit of the question was like asking about like playing a harmonic. You can hear how the delays are different now. And then you can actually turn the feedback up to. And then just mess with it honestly. I know you can't even like really see the pedal doing it. I'm gonna add that in a second, but I just wanted to talk about this for a second. Just because this thing is totally changed how I even feel about it. So yeah, like I said, I did that short with it with the ukulele. Check that out. I'll have an affiliate link for this in the description. This is the Raster 2 Red Panda. Also, shout out to the power supply. I'm using this 529i power supply, which is like lithium battery powered, which I also did not know was a thing. So that's great because I don't have to have it on a pedal board. I can just bring it up onto the desk here, and everything is just like super portable. So again, huge fan of this. I'm working on a project, ambient project. So let's hear what it sounds like and actually see the controls in action with the acoustic guitar. So I'm just going to do a very clean example of using this pedal, right? Sounds amazing. I've got my Martin D18 just going out the acoustic pickup so I can actually play it without like headphones on. Right now, this is kind of like just set as a basic delay pedal. I have the tap tempo on, so I've linked it to a project that my buddy Daniel Harmann is making. He's like this really cool musician who's doing like a ambient type instrumental album, so I'm helping him out. He sent a track over, and I'm gonna just use this as an opportunity to kind of get my Raster 2 on. And first of all, I'm just gonna kind of do something very basic that you would expect to hear out of something like, just kind of use like the cool parts of it, I guess. But then afterwards, I'm gonna do another pass. This is gonna be just straight kind of sound design type stuff. So let's hear what it sounds like, and I'll do something kind of sparse. The melody is just really easy. It's really just like note-wise like a A, G, E. So I'm going to be playing around with that. One thing that if you are playing with a lot of delay, a cool thing to do is maybe kind of palm mute. So you can kind of get these just like little hits that will bounce back and forth a lot. So that's what we're going for. Let's see what it sounds like. Alright, so for the sound design pass through, I'm actually going to engage the pitch blend. So you can hear how it's different pitches now. You can bring this up. So you can hear it kind of rising. And then you can also bring it down, up and down, right? Super cool. So we're gonna add this and just see what it sounds like. Anyone care to explain why we don't just play F minor 7 as a bar chord with that C, 1 3 1 1 1 1? Is this video just mainly for beginners unable to get a full bar? Not sarcasm here, honest question. So yeah, a few days ago, I talked about taking that E string rooted minor chord voicing. So like what this question is asking is like, okay, F minor 7, it'd be 1 3 1 1 1 1. And well, that right there, it's kind of like a difficult chord to play. Like it's unnecessarily difficult. The whole point of that video, which I'll link to below too, is turning that into an F minor 7 chord voicing. Like instead of being 1 3 1 1 1 1, which again on that first fret is like the hardest thing to hold down and get tone from everything. Is to just go 1, skip the A string, 1 1. Or you could just do the F minor 7 on the A string rooted one, which is better anyways. Again, it wasn't necessarily aimed for just beginners, but even advanced players, like this chord, I'm sorry, like nobody really plays this chord. Like this F minor 7 chord is 1 3 1 1 1 1. Just because it's like, it gets kind of muddy out there in these closed voicings, I think. Unless you're playing acoustic, but I always think that it'll sound better just as breaking up the root note in the chord like that, instead of forcing your hand into that. Especially if you're like, and even if you are an acoustic player, like, I've played hundreds and hundreds of gigs on acoustic guitar, and I would never even go for that, because that's the hardest spot tension-wise. And as you know, usually the thicker strings you use, the better they kind of sound. So if I'm playing like 12s or 13s on an acoustic guitar, playing that chord, I'm just going to skip it. I'm just going to play F minor 7 like that, or like that. And I think it's really good to have those kind of alternative voicings. Regardless of your skill level, it's really great to know that kind of stuff. So again, no shade on this chord voicing right here, but it really isn't something that I've ever used practically. But I mean, hey, if you have a different opinion, please let me know in the comments. Refreshingly direct use case review. Apple is the master of FOMO pricing. If you can be clear-headed about what you need, these bass models are good value. Yeah, so this is on a video I did about the Mac Mini bass model about a week or two ago, I think. Small update on that video, or on just the Mac Mini in general. Awesome. Absolutely gets the job done perfectly, super fast. Have not had any issues whatsoever. I will say for Logic users though, I didn't know this. My buddy Brian actually helped me out with this. So if you go to Logic, settings, and audio, it's not going to default give you like the best specs. You have to go to your processing threads and then actually put that up to the 8 to really use all 8 cores or whatever. It'll default as actually less than ideal. So I didn't know that, and I've probably just been running Logic underpowered for my entire life. So yeah, the M2 Mac Mini is a solid bargain at $599 for the base model. But yeah, check out the whole video because I was kind of putting it through its paces, and yeah, really incredible deal. Get yourself one. It sounds great. Alright, for listening homework today, I'm going to throw you to a band called Alvvays, spelled creatively, but I guess it is still pronounced Always. Awesome energy, really super cool indie band vibes. A lot of it reminds me of actually kind of like the energy of like the early Strokes. Really into this band. The whole album is great, but I'll just link you to one song. So thank you again to Sweetwater and Red Panda for sending that pedal over. Really inspiring me. You're going to be hearing more of that coming soon. Definitely check out. I'll link that track when my friend Daniel actually posts that ambient music thing, but that's exciting to be a part of that. So thank you to him for letting me be involved. And like I said, if you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comment section, Instagram, Twitter, or the website. I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks a lot.